Hello friends, how are you doing? It's evening now and the temperature is too high today. That's a sign that summer has started in full swing. So let's keep the temperature aside and let's discuss what is our today's topic. So today we are going to discuss an intriguing topic that many of us find incomprehensible, but don't worry. By the end of the season, we will make this topic understandable. So let's dive into today's topic, encryption and decryption. So what is encryption and decryption? Encryption is the process by which a readable message is converted to an unreadable form to prevent authorized parties from reading unauthorized parties from reading it. And decryption is the process of converting an encrypted message back to its original format. So suppose John is from ABC company and he wants to send data to XYZ company where Maria works. So at first, what they have done, they are sending the message in a readable format and they have not encrypted anything while transferring the message. So what happened? There is an unauthorized party who stole their message, stole their data, and that creates a huge problem for both the company. Then they decide to bring some encryption and decryption so that while sending the data from ABC to XYZ, it should be encrypted so that unauthorized parties are not able to read it. And when the data XYZ receive, they can able to decrypt it and able to read it in a readable format. So how we can implement that using Salesforce? Let's check that. So in Salesforce, Salesforce already provided this functionality in using their class called crypto. So in this particular video, we are going to use the crypto class and generate AES key for encryption and decryption. So advanced encryption standard key, using that one will do encryption and decryption. So there is two option that crypto class provided us to encrypt and decrypt the data. One is encrypt, another one is encrypt with ManagedIV, and another one is decrypt and decrypt with ManagedIV. So in this particular session, we'll show end-to-end demo how we have done this, what are the Apex classes we have used, how we implement all this encryption and decryption in our classes. And we are going to use encrypt with managed IV, that particular method. So let's jump into the demo. So I am already logged in into my Salesforce org. So this is one of my Salesforce org and this one is another Salesforce org. Okay, so I am doing the integration between two different Salesforce org. Now, how you were able to understand that both are two different Salesforce org? from the URL. So in this particular URL, this one with the Samveda and another one is with Prayoga. So using the domain name, you can able to distinguish between which two org we are using for our integration. So what we are going to do for this particular demo purpose, I have created a Lightning app that is a simple Lightning app. In this Lightning app, what I am going to do, I have already generated an AES key. How we are going to generate how to implement that one, I will come into the coding part later on in this session. But let me show you the functionality first. So I have already created a generate AES and now I want to connect with this particular Samveda. And here I have an account. Let me open the account. So I have an account called JennyPoint. So that particular account data, I want the same in my Prayoga org, in this particular org. So for the sake that you are able to understand that one, let me from account on this particular org, let me delete JennyPoint. Okay, here we also have JennyPoint. So let me delete it first so that you will able to understand the data is coming from another org, not from this. And it got deleted successfully. So this one got deleted. So we are fine then. There is no account called JennyPoint in Parayoga org. And let's move to this one. So we have JennyPoint here. So from this particular org, we are going to fetch the JennyPoint, this account details. Okay. So let me navigate to this one. So now, so first for integration between two particular org, we need some authorization code access token. If you want to see that in detail, I will cover this at the end of the session. So first I will cover crypto and then I will also cover this how to get the authorization code and access code. So you can check that out. So first let's get the authorization code. So I will click on this get authorization code and I will get the authorization code. Then what I will do, I will click on this access token. So get access token. Okay, I got the access token. Now what I will do, I will click on get account details. So I am getting all this data runtime. It is not stored anywhere. I am getting this runtime. So I will click on get account details and see first it is blank and then when it fetch from the Samveda org because JennyPoint I have already deleted. If I go to account and if I click on all accounts, I am not able to see JennyPoint in this particular account. So see, if I search with Jenny Point and I hit enter, there is no account on this particular Prayoga org. So definitely we are getting this from the Samveda org. To make it more prominent, let me change the account description there and let me show you. So here, this is the Jenny point. So let me change the description. So where is the description? This is the description. So I will add this is a test account and we are testing integration, something like that. And I click on save. So I saved it. This is in the Samveda org. I don't have any account on the Prayoga org with Jenny Point. Now let me click on get authorization code, get access token, get access token, and get account details. So see, this one change. This is a test account and we are testing integration. So that means we are getting the data from the Samveda org. We are not getting it from anywhere in the Prayoga org. So integration is working. Now let's come into the encryption and decryption part. So what we have incremented? I have not seen anything encrypted. So the thing that is encrypted is the whole details, that what is account name, what is account industry, what is the description, what is the account billing city. Everything is encrypted. So the data that we received from the integration is this one, encrypted account value. This is the data that we have received. And this is, you can see, this is not readable. I am not able to read it. What is this? I am not able to understand anything of this. But when we decrypted the value, it come in unreadable format. Name, what is my industry? So everything come in an readable format. What is the description? What is the billing country? So in when we are sending the data from one org to another org, we encrypted it, and when we receive the data, after receiving the data, we have decrypted it. Okay, now let's go to that particular encryption and decryption part and using what we have encrypted and decrypted. So let me navigate to this particular one. Okay, so this is one class, crypto encryption encrypt decrypt with AES. We have created this class in both the org for, so that in both the org, when we are while we are sending the data, we should encrypt it, and while we are receiving the data, we can able to decrypt it. So that's why I have created the same class in both the org. So in this particular class, what we are doing, encrypt data. So let's see with the encrypt data. So at first, I am providing the data in an string format, that is in a JSON format. In a string format, I am providing the data. So once I provided the data, what it will do, this is a string format. So let me first go to this one. So this is an simple REST service that we are invoking from Prayoga.org. So what we are doing, we just selecting the name, ID, billing city, where account name equals to this. And what we are doing, we are converting it into an string format using JSON.serialized. And once it is in a string format, we are passing it in an crypto decrypt with AES.encrypt data. So this is the class, crypto decrypt with AES class. So this is the same method that we have used in the both the class. So let me go into this one and let me show you. So at first, what we are getting, what is my AES key? So I have generated my AES key using this one. So first and foremost thing, we need to generate an AES key. So what I am doing to generate an AES key, that is crypto.generate AES. This is an integer format. You can provide it there. It can be 256 or anything else. So you can, using this one, you can generate an AES key. So once AES key is generated, it is in a blob format. So to keep it in an custom settings or custom metadata, anywhere you can able to keep it. So we need to keep it in a string format. So to keep it in a string format, what we are doing, I am doing encoding util dot base 64, and that is blob value. So if I provide this one, it will convert it into string format. So once it is in the string format, I will keep it in an particular, what to say, in an crypto AES format, like that is a custom setting where I am storing it. And you can also use like two string functionality as well. So that also you can use. But yeah, so that string format, I am keeping it into an custom settings and there generate AES. So I'm keeping this particular AES in both the org because the AES key needs to be same when we are encrypting something, some string, whatever AES key we are using, it should be same AES key. Using that we can decrypt it. So the key should be same. So I am keeping it in this org in custom settings. If I go to custom settings, so this is my generate AES key. So if I copy it, and this is my Prayoga org, if I go to my Samveda org and if I search it here, it will be same. It will be same. So in the both org, I have keep the AES key same. Now once I got the AES key, what I will do? Once I get the AES key, what I will do? I will use the algorithm name. Here I have used AES 256, but you can use 128 or anything else. Then I use base 64 decode to again decode it in the blob. So I've encoded it in this particular one. See, base 64 encode to change it into string, and then that's why I use encode base 64 encode. I have not used toString here. And then I again used encoding util dot base 64 to change it into blob format. Once I got that one, then what is the input? In our case, the whole account list we want to encrypt, that is present in this particular string. So this one also we need to change it into blob value. And from string, how we can change it to blob? Using blob dot value of. We can change it to blob. Then we need to mention an managed IV. So in this case, I just use this AES IV. You can use anything. So it should be same in both the org, in the where you are doing the encryption and where you are doing the decryption. So this is Prayoga. If I go to this one and show you, see here AES 256 I am using, and this is the same thing that I am using. Okay, so this is the same I am using. Now, once it is, I got this one. Now I will use crypto encrypt. This is the method that I am using. So crypto encrypt, using this one, what I am doing, I am passing the algorithm name. I am passing the AES key that I have generated using crypto.generate AES method. This is the IV that I am using. This is the one. And this is the data that needs to be encrypted. Once it is encrypted, I get the return value as blob format. And once I get it in an blob format, I need to change it to string format because as a string, I need to send it back to my org which requested the data. So that's why I again change it to base 64 encode to change this particular data, blob data, into string. Okay, so I send the data in my this particular org. Now once I receive the data, what I will do? So if I go here, This is from where I requested the data. This is my endpoint from Samveda, and I provided here account name. So I provided the account name. I put the endpoint as this one. This I will later on I will discuss. What is this one? You can ignore this for now. So now I send the request that for Jenny point, I need the data. I send the request. I got the response. So I got the body. So I convert it into the string. Then what I am doing? Because the converted string, if you see the body, I am putting it on the encrypted account, this particular field. So this field is this one, encrypted account value. This is the field that I am using to store this encrypted account. So in this encrypted account, I am getting this unreadable format. This is not readable format. This is unreadable format. Now I need to change it to readable format. That's where decryption plays a major role. So what I am doing after getting the body, I am calling this particular class crypto encrypt decrypt with AES, and I am calling decrypt data, this particular method. Now let's see what we are doing on this particular method. And I am sending the body, that is a string. In this particular method, string, I am passing the string, that is the encrypted data in string format. And in this particular case, I'm again retrieving the same AES key, the same algorithm that we have used to encrypt the data, the same IV that we have used to encrypt the data, and then I use the same AES key that I have stored in the custom settings, and I change it to blob format using base64 decode. And this the data, the string data, I am also converting it to blob, because this particular decrypt method, it requires all of this in a blob format. Other than this one, everything is, rest of the thing is in the blob format. So that's why. So once I decrypt the data, I will put it in the decrypted this particular variable, and then I convert it into toString using decrypted toString, and then I send it to decrypted value. In this particular method, I return it. So this got returned in account str, that is a string, and then I deserialized it into account, so that, so if you see decrypted account str, that is I am showing it in the decrypted account value, that is a, like this is a JSON format. But to understand that what we are getting, to make it more readable, I have deserialized into account using the account class, and I'm showing the different value in different fields. So yes, that is how the encryption and decryption, this is the, like you can say, this is the main part of encryption and decryption using AES in Salesforce using crypto class. So this is the main method. If you implement this method keeping some points in mind, that your AES key should be same in your in both the org, whichever you want to, which to org you want to integrate, your algorithm name that's need to be same, and your IV that also need to be same. Now, once this three you manage that this is same in both the org, and you follow the same step that I have written in this particular class and method, then encryption and decryption is very easy to do it. So yes, that is all about encryption and decryption. Now, if you are intrigued to know that how I have done this integration, then yes, that also I can show you. So yes, I can very well do it using auth provider, using there are many other option, but yes, I have done it using this, like I have written the whole code here and I have done it. So if you want to write a code, then you can refer this one. So in this particular case, I in the same um, crypto in the same custom setting, I have save the client ID, client secret. You can put it on the auth provider. You can put it on the custom metadata. You can put it in some other places. Salesforce has many different options to safely or securely save client ID and client secret. But as I am doing it fully like coding purpose, so I just keep it simple. I keep this in a protected custom setting, that is this one. So this is an protected custom setting I have created, and I have created some of the like field to store some of the data like access token, what is my client ID, client secret. Yeah, that is all I have stored there. And the coding part of this one is like, first, what will be my redirect URI? This is like very much important, where your after successfully authenticate where the data should be, means where it will redirect, that is your redirect URI. Okay, so this is my redirect URI, and what I have done here, it's a post request because I need the token. So it's a post request. Then I have set the endpoint as Samveda. You can keep it in the custom setting as well. For the timing, I have just put it here. Then grant type will be, for my case, it is authorization code, and I am not using any password thing. So I'm using client ID and client secret and code. This is the initial auth code that is required. So yes, so grant type is authorization code, client ID from where I will get the client ID from the Samveda org. I have created a connected app. So if I go to this connected app here, I have created that, and if you click on this manage consumer details, from here you can get the client ID and client secret. So I get that one and I put it on my custom settings, and from there I am accessing my client ID and client secret. Then this is the redirect URI. Now, what is initial auth code? How we can get that one? So initial auth code is like, here you are getting tokens. So initial auth code has different like slash auth, and that I will get it from this one. So here, when I click on get authorization code, I will redirect to Samveda org, and there I need to provide my username password for the first time, and I will allow this particular user. And when I approve this, it will redirect me to a URL, the redirection URL that we have provided. So in the redirection URL, if it is a normal Salesforce URL, like if you provided prayoga dev slash auth slash callback, then you will not able to get the code. So for that one, because I am also not getting the code from there, so what I have done, I created a normal VF page that I can show you. So Visual Force page. And in this Visual Force page, what I have done, it's a simple one. There is nothing on this particular page. I have just created a controller, and on this particular controller, what I am doing, I am storing that code. So yeah, see, this is the controller get authorization token. I can show you that one. So get authorization token. Yeah. Here, this is the get auth. So I am getting the code from this particular page. So if it is an VF page or some custom page, that then only Salesforce will retain this code. If it is a normal Salesforce like callback URL, you will not able to get the code from there. It will redirect you to the normal Salesforce page. So that's why I created this VF page. And here, so if you see, when I am clicking on this get authorization code, I'm redirecting to this Samveda and then again Prayoga, and then I am getting this I'm redirecting to this Visual Force page, and here I will get code, whatever the code is. So I'm storing it in my custom setting. So once it gets stored, then I am calling this particular one using this get access token. So once I click on get access token, this method got invoked, and from here I will get the code that I have already stored in my custom setting. Redirect URL, I have provided it here, and then that is a body. So I set the body as this one. Set header, this will be, please provided set header as this one when you are using grant type equals to authorization code and using client ID, client secret and code to get the access token. So please use this content type as this one. And then I am sending the data. So I set the method as post, I set the endpoint, set the header, body, and then I send the token request. Once I get the token request, I will deserialize it and I will get the whatever access token I keep it in the same custom setting. So that is how, if I click on now get access token, I'm getting this particular one and I'm displaying it here. So that is how I am getting the access token. Now one thing to notice, what is the callback URL? Like callback URL is very much crucial because there is where you will get your access token. So if you use like oAuth callback, this one, if you use, then you will not get the access token. That is why I have created this particular VF page to get the access token, because Salesforce will not retain the code, means auth code, in this callback URL. So that's why I have used the VF page. So this is very crucial. You can keep it in mind. So yes, once you get the access token from this URL from your Samveda org, once the access token provided, then you can get the details anytime, like account details or whatever details you want to get, you can get it anytime. So yes, that wraps up our discussion on topic like encryption and decryption using crypto class with AES. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video informative.